It's Nolan. Yeah, what you know about the first comp and the rent due, and you late. Yeah, what you know about your girl call and a mess due, and she late. Yeah, what you know about showing up to work in the rush and you 30 minutes late. We call them regular days. Yeah, that's just another day. Yeah, try to be punctual, tailor fitted like Huxtables. Feel like I'm sacrificing my pride to be comfortable. Life in an endless cycle, carving a lane to lock in my spot like it's vitiligo. I guess I feel like Michael. The press turning, got my chest burning. Only option left is collect the earnings to make a successful verdict. But shit, I'm 30, trying to get in the game. At this point, what it's gonna say when folks remember my name? Was I a late bloomer? Should I have made it sooner? These out-of-state rumors surfacing on their computers. Part of my frequency, but niggas been tripping, I got the remedy. Trying to belittle me, only tarnish your energy. Forgot my homies handshake in the hood. They say I can't return, I guess they gon' stay there for good. But that's another beast I won't address. My motive said I'm over that. Focused on this union like the Soviet, it's sobering. Mind playing tricks on me, this shit is brand new. All my niggas got a list of phobias they can't do. Like commitment to their girl, or resistance to the world. I'm just waiting for my moment to unfurl. Yeah. What you know about the first comp and the rent due, and you late. Yeah, what you know about your girl call and a mess due, and she late. Yeah, what you know about showing up to work in the rush and you 30 minutes late. We call them regular days. Yeah, that's just another day. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everyone is doing well this evening. We're about to get into Doechii one good time, and we're making up for some lost time with Doechii. I've been meaning to do this video for a couple of days. We addressed it with the Tiny Desk video, but it seems that people are continuing to perpetuate these ideas that Doechii is she's an industry plant. She's giving us Harriet Tubman music. She's giving us slave rap, which I don't understand. Then you got people that are coming out here saying we don't listen to music with soul samples. We don't listen to boom bap music. That's that unk shit. Basically saying that's for you old motherfuckers to listen to. We not with that. Well, Doechii came out and she issued a statement basically covering all of the circumference of the talk that's been surrounding her and also some of the discourse that's happening surrounding hip-hop in general, to set the record straight and to also continue the ongoing lineage of this music, this natural resource, this genre, this form of communication that we started for our people. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes it gets lost in the sauce that this is something that's created for us, by us. It's been taken in so many different directions. We've allowed so many different people to come in and be a part of it. And I don't regret that. I'm glad that people have gotten the opportunity to make something of themselves in a space where, possibly they may have not. That's always great. But I do think that there needs to be a certain level of respect for where it comes from, its original intended purpose. And when people say that it's evolved, I would, in a lot of ways, say it's devolved in the opposite direction, because our people and the participants within the space are not upholding the core values, right? With any business, with any company, with any mission you set, there has to be a bit of shared core values that permeates with a through line, and those that violate it are typically fired or let loose or kicked out of the movement. Unfortunately, with as big as hip hop has gotten, it's not as easy to kick people out of the movement, right? So for me, when I see somebody like a Doechii, and I love the stance that she's taken, I love the fact that she is well versed on where this thing comes from, that she's willing to stand up for herself in a time where people are making these pointed attacks on her and trying to make it seem like, well, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, I'm just, that's just how I feel. Okay. But you really are in a privileged position to even have the opportunity to speak on how you feel about our shit. Because a lot of the times these accounts, these Twitter geeks and freaks that come out saying these things, they're not even from our culture. They may have a picture of a black motherfucker, but it really don't be them. But we're going to keep going. Also in this video, we're going to make up for a little lost time to talk about Doechii winning that Disruptor Award from Variety. And we're going to get into the oncoming prospect of Doechii. Hopefully, we don't know, you know what I'm saying? We're only going off of what we would like to see. Hopefully her opening up for SZA and Kendrick Lamar on the Grand National Tour. It seems like a perfect rollout for her to get that opportunity. It seems like all the stars are aligning, but ultimately we don't know what final decisions will be made. We just know we'd like to see it. And I include myself because I'm going to be at that motherfucking Atlanta show. Yeah. So that's going to be dope. Now, let's get into what Doechii had to say specifically. So she says, our music has always been deep. It's always been complex, and it's always been soulful and spiritual. We use hip hop to evolve, to protest, to celebrate, etc. Art and music plays a role in why a lot of us are proud to be black today. Our culture is all through these genres. Don't let these people brainwash you into disconnecting from the soul of hip hop by convincing you it isn't cool or it's too deep. It's always been that deep for us, and it should stay that way. We created it. Once we lose the soul, we've lost the genre. I'm gonna put a pin on this and come back to the rest of it. But let's just go over through what she's making in the first paragraph here. Our music has always been deep, right? Now, some may say, well, Rapper's Delight wasn't all that deep. Well, the other song that people greatly attribute to the influence of hip hop is The Message. That was about the conditions that people were living in. It was fucked up, broken glass everywhere. The neighborhood was in turmoil, right? So there's always been elements of real life kicking ass, and we talking about it, right? And that's just off of hip hop, right? You go back even further. You go back to the blues. You go back to the origins of R&B. You go back to all of this other stuff. You go to goddamn hymns. Negro spirituals. All of these different things. These melodies, these harmonies, these words were born out of pain, born out of less than savory conditions. So yeah, maybe it is time that someone that is like a Doechii, who she's not the oldest artist in the world, right? I believe she's still in her 20s, and she's coming out and paying homage to where this thing comes from. You need artists that are willing to do that. That's why they gave her the Disruptor Award. It was well deserved. She says, nobody should be redefining our art form but us. Anybody talking shit about hip hop that makes you think or makes you feel something should immediately be recognized as an op. Okay? And I'm guessing she means making you feel less about hip hop. Ask yourself what they gain from us watering down our music, taking the soul out, only discussing surface level topics, and becoming less conscious. Only a specific group of people benefit from us not being introspective. Tighten up. I love every single word she used here. I stand behind every single word she used here. And for those that may feel like, well, yeah, that's great, but I don't want to hear that type of music all the time. Yeah, I think most people would agree with you. But the fact is, when artists come out and make this type of music, they get criticized just for even offering. That, to me, is a problem, right? because everybody comes out and complains, oh, I'm tired of booty rap. I'm tired of coochie rap. But then when a motherfucker come out and give you an alternative, and then you get other artists that are giving you alternatives, you don't support them, you don't get behind them, you don't move like you're supposed to, you completely off code. You know what I'm saying? It's the same argument that I've been talking about with Rhapsody. Everybody wants to throw Rhapsody in there as like every coochie rap girl's nemesis. But then y'all don't come out and support Rhapsody. It makes absolutely no sense. So what is it that you really want? This motherfucker rap better than the niggas, rap better than the rappers. She sing better than the singer. She dance just as good as any other dancer. And she's outperforming these motherfuckers on stage. The only person you can really compare her to is either a Doja Cat. You know, I wouldn't say Kendrick Lamar really, but the people are kind of making her into some sort of female Kendrick Lamar. I don't think she has any anticipation of trying to do that. But I guess that's on the table too. But let's be fucking clear. If that's the level of comparison, then she must be doing everything right. You don't get compared to them motherfuckers by coming out here and just dragging ass. So let's get into Musa from TDE talking about Doechii, being so proud working with her, because I believe Musa is the one who's actually navigating her career. Just the other day, she said she doesn't work with Punch because he's consumed with being with SZA. So Musa from TDE is actually the one, I guess, is her point person at the label, the one who kind of checks in with her, sees how she's doing, sees how she's feeling, maybe gets a feel for, you know, what's going on with her musically after she goes in the studio and creates, and then ends up being the liaison between herself and Top, and then they all come together and figure things out. But let's get into his speech at the Variety Awards and him speaking directly on her.
Hello, everyone. I'm Musa, Doechii's manager and president at TDE. This being our 20th year as a label, this personally is my favorite year for us. Just seeing the acknowledgement and the notoriety that Doechii's been receiving all this year. When I first signed her in 2021, I was able to see what everybody's seeing in the room right now, just how incredibly talented she is and just how versatile she is. She has such a huge belief in herself and such a huge belief in her vision that it made me believe in her too. I believed in it so much, I convinced my cousin to not move into his brand new apartment and allow Doechii to move in so that she could stay and not go back to Florida.
God damn. I know y'all don't see me on the screen, but that's major. Hey nigga, I know you got your new apartment. I know it's in your motherfucking name, but don't move your shit in there, man. I got this artist I believe in. She finna move in. She finna be a big star, nigga. We get you another motherfucking apartment, okay? She needs this. Nigga, you can sleep on my couch, my floor. Shit, boy. I cut my bed in half with a machete, nigga. You can have the other half of the bed, nigga. She need that apartment. Let me let her finish.
But more importantly, just as I got to know her, I was able to see just what motivated her and just how much she strived in her will to be the best version of herself, not just as an artist, but as a young black woman. It might sound a little cliche when I say this, but you can be the most talented person in the world, and if you don't have the motivation or the right intentions or the work ethic, then it means nothing. But Doechii checks every box. Also, just seeing her family dynamics with her mother, her twin little sisters, it allowed me to see how coachable she was and how much she wanted to inspire, not just her little sisters, but just young black girls all over the world. I think in music and hip hop, we're in a climate to where everybody wants to make a TikTok hit, but through that, Doechii remains herself, and that's just being fearless, forward thinking, and not scared to be vulnerable in her music or in real life either. she's extremely hands-on in every single way, whether it be her music videos, her visual stage visuals, her styling, merch designs, choreo, you name it. She's completely involved. And even though her vision exceeds the budget every time, and I mean every time. You can't put a price on the moments that she's been able to create in her early career. I got a theory that in this male-dominated industry, you get maybe every 5 to 10 years, you get the superstars like the Lauryn Hills, the Missy Elliott's, Nicki Minaj, our very own SZA, Beyonce. And though we got a long road ahead of us, I think that we're witnessing that right now in Doechii, a.k.a. BDD. But yeah, I think we're witnessing the making of a superstar. And she's also 4-time Grammy nominated right now, too. But I stand here proud and happy to present to you, Jayla, the Hip Hop Disruptor Award. Come on up.
Hello, everybody. You know, me and Musa, we're like brother and sister, so him speaking about me like that is really funny. He copying me with Tom Brown right now, okay? Trying to get like me. But thank you guys for this. I started making rap music when I was in high school, and from the beginning, I felt a deep connection to the roots of hip-hop and the intellectuals who built this legacy. Music has always been a way for me to tell my story. It's a way of talking about everything I've been through and everything I've learned through the lens of a Black woman. And I've had lots of moments of self-doubt, and at times I struggled to get people to understand my vision. But the thing that's always carried me through is staying focused on my story, my truths, and my love for hip-hop. And to me, hip-hop is the most powerful vessel for telling your story, especially the kinds of stories that might not get heard immediately or be understood immediately. And so I hope my music inspires other artists to speak their truths and to do it with strength, but also with vulnerability. We are the future of this genre, and when we're fearless about showing ourselves to others, it keeps the heart of hip-hop alive, and it pushes it to the next level. Finally, I want to say something to all the kids and the future icons who are working so hard to put their art out into the world. A lot of the time, being a disruptor means being misunderstood, but still having the audacity to create anyway. So I hope that by watching me live my dream, it gives you the audacity to be wildly magnificent. Thank you, thank you, thank you!
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm 10 toes down supporting Doechii. I've been since the first time I heard her. First time I seen her. First time I seen her was what, Fallon? And I was like, whoa, who is that? How did that happen? But she bodied it. And she's been consistent ever since. So the articulation there, the intelligence, the reverence for the legacy that this thing comes with, if you don't stand behind that, I gotta wonder what your intentions truly are. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta bump her music every day. There's artists that I rock with and support who I may bump their music goddamn, you know, every 4 months. But when I do, I do. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying you gotta be kissing ass, but she's earning it. Some people say, oh, all of these accolades and stuff, this is paid for. What I want y'all to think about, this is a relatively small artist in terms of the grand scheme of the industry. What publications, organizations are going to put their reputation on the line for a smaller artist? Speaking sense don't make sense. But salute to Doechii. If you don't know nothing else, you know J Nolan is supporting. You know what I'm saying? Off the ripple. Fuck it. Now, taking it a step further, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, a lot of us are hoping that she gets the opportunity to open up for SZA and Kendrick Lamar during the Grand National Tour. We've got footage of Ebro and Co over there at Apple Music. And they're going to talk about some of that and speak about Doechii as well, which I wanted to share because, I mean, I could say all the great things I want. But I also like sharing when other people have nice things to say or just keeping her in the conversation, period. I mean, just lets me know that she's doing something right for people to even want to talk about her.
Amazing moment for the girl Doechii happening right now.
Which a lot of people have a problem with.
What do you mean?
Like, so you don't see the conversation online about like the music that she makes or how it seems like it's forced and like she's everywhere.
There was a
I never saw it.
She makes Harriet Tubman music.
Yes,
which is racist as fuck.
Yeah.
Harriet Tubman music. What does that mean?
So, bro, yet again, we're in this era.
By the way, never seen this before. By the way, and I'll say this is akin to Drake saying Kendrick raps like he's trying to free the slaves, which is hyper offensive to people.
Yes, it's because we live in this era where 4 people can have an opinion and it can be empowered, and people that don't like an artist for whatever reason can run with it. However, I don't think this is the majority of people.
It's not.
I think this is a very small, loud minority because the girl is getting her flowers from her first mixtape. She got some Variety Award the other day. Yeah. I know we're going to get into specifics of why we're talking about it right now. So don't let like the smallest margins of people that are the most vocal make you believe this is a narrative
it's your fault that we talking about it because I didn't see it.
No, I'm just pointing out the fact.
I thought we were going to lead with these amazing performances.
I was just trying to get to the Colbert shit and the Tiny Desk shit.
And
here y'all go with the toxic negativity.
I'm not trying to be negative.
And the Variety Award.
So this Doechii Colbert performance.
Yes, go back to the more pods like the Tiny Desk, the Colbert joint.
She got a Variety Award too.
The Variety Award.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna be on that tour with Kendrick and
Wait, that hasn't been announced? Why did somebody tell me that was already official?
No. She
did an interview with Breakfast Club and Charlamagne asked her.
Got it.
And her response kind of alludes to she might be there. And I said this when the tour got announced.
She hadn't talked to him.
Huh?
She said she hadn't talked to him.
I don't buy none of that shit. That's why I said she's good. Like my tweet was like, "Oh, you're good. Like you're very good at doing this."
This whole segment, all Lowe's fault. Bringing up the negativity,
that's not
speculation.
That would be one of the biggest things for her career.
But I don't. So it wouldn't. Adding her at this point, like an announcement after Kendrick and SZA, she's not as marquee as them. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a slight to her.
But she just finished the tour. She just bodied it like I think it was like a 30, 40 city. No, I know, but not
this is football stadiums, bro. This is Kendrick and SZA. This is the.
I think she has the.
No, I think she could and should. I'm saying she could and should, but they've already announced the headliners. Normally, when they announce supporting acts, that's already baked in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already a thing. So that's to say.
Bruh, no the fuck it ain't. Not always. Because I don't know if she's going to be, because she may not be a supporting act throughout the entire tour. Maybe she's brought out as a special guest. You know, certain dates have special guests that come out. Maybe she does half the tour. Maybe she does certain cities that coincide with what she's got going on, because I'm sure she's busy making the actual album that she's getting ready to put out. This is one reason why with Ebro, I like covering him, because he speaks on things in a way that I can agree with something that he says, but then I can disagree. You know what I'm saying? It gets a little boring just disagreeing with niggas all the time. And it also gets boring agreeing with motherfuckers all the time as well. And he's somebody who, in the same breath of giving somebody they flowers, he can kind of say some shit that just kind of like, be like, where'd you get that from? Because you've been in the music industry for like 30 years. This would not be the first time you see a big act announce who's the supporting act or special guest on a tour. I mean, we just got the announcement fucking a couple weeks ago. The tour doesn't kick off until April, mid-April at that. So who's to say come February, March, after the Super Bowl, after all that takes place, we're getting closer to the tour, and they say, just announced, Doechii will be added to the tour. You don't think the tickets are already going to be sold? It's not going to be about selling the tickets. It's going to be about, here's an extra treat here's an opportunity for somebody we think deserves to be at this epicenter of what we're doing, but they're not giving it to you all at once. Since when does Kendrick Lamar, everything he's done this year, I think that's the benefit of him leaving TDE, by the way. I think that's really what it is. He wanted a bigger slice of the pie for his career and his money, and doing things on his own accord with PG Lang and his boy Dave Free. They're able to move a lot more in line with how Kendrick likes to move, which is we don't got to do these big elaborate announcements. We don't got to do no 6-month rollout. If I feel like I want to drop something today, I'm dropping it. I feel like I want to drop something 3 weeks from now, and I don't want to tell nobody, I'm dropping it in 3 weeks and I'm not telling nobody. If I want to come show up to the motherfucking, I want to do a show called The Pop Out, and I'm going to give y'all niggas 2 weeks to get this goddamn arena in order for me to do it, then be happy I gave your ass 2 weeks. Right? That's the way Kendrick has been moving in 2024. And I don't see him changing that style in 2025 other than for the official album. If we're going off the idea that GNX is a prologue, a mixtape, a part 1, then maybe part 2 gets a more official rollout, maybe with a single, with a music video ahead of time, just so you know what I mean? Just so we can get into the mindset that this is happening. And it will probably help drive sales a little bit better if there was a pre-order, a pre-sale, if the CDs and the vinyls and all of that stuff were prepared ahead of time, right? Rather than doing it retroactively. I'm sure that would probably, if he would have done it that way, I'm sure he would have sold damn near 500,000-600,000 first week. If he would have just gave us 4 or 5 days or a week to prepare, right? Because this is an artist who usually does substantial numbers off of hard copies and physical sales. This time around, the majority of his numbers came from streams because the physical sales, the hard copies, weren't announced until after the album was actually out. So all of that tells me is I'm going to give y'all the information when I feel like it. As of now, this is a need to know. You need to know Kendrick Lamar and SZA are coming to your motherfucking town. Get your coins ready. And we'll tell you some more later. I believe the same thing happened with the Big Steppers tour with Keem and who was that? Tana Leone. I don't think Tana Leone performed at every stop. But I'll digress because yeah.
Just announced Doechii isn't it makes it sound like I'm slighting her, which is once again your fault.
It's not my fault. All I said was I would love to see her on the tour. That's all I said. I'm not getting into semantics about
but then y'all
why it makes sense, why it don't make sense, why this, that. All I said between those three.
Let the girl have her moment,
We
bro.
are, and I want her to have more moments.
Am I bugging?
Can Punch explain how she did the thing with the braids on Colbert? Because that was amazing.
That was fire. That was fire.
That was so fire. How did she do that? I was trying to zoom in and see how they connected it, and she didn't like miss a step. I already said what I had to say about Doechii. I think she's incredible.
I'm glad I put y'all on to her, man.
You relax. Go back to Blue Sky.
You put who on?
No, man, I'm just...
Yeah, people saying her music is forced is the craziest thing because I feel like it's just so effortless. Like it comes to her
y'all?
so
Y'all don't have nobody's listening to these people.
I just want people to understand how dumb and dense they sound.
But they're not gonna. And matter of fact, even when you point it out to them, humans' brains don't function like that.
Well, I think the people who watch this program appreciate Doechii, as I've seen in the comments, as they should.
Did you watch the entire Tiny Desk?
Yes.
I did. You know what I love about her too is that she's shedding a light, just like how there are subgenres within hip hop. A few years ago, a lot of male rappers, which is ironic, were complaining about women rap being quote unquote rap, like a lot of it. So when someone like Doechii comes around and pops and becomes a little bit mainstream, it's also an opportunity for other people to realize there are people like Rhapsody and Samara Sim and Little Sims in the UK. There are these women rappers that aren't doing that as well. So what's it? Cream rise to the top. What's the word about like all boats? The water
rising tide floats all boats. Cream rise to the top.
So this is your opportunity to realize like I love the Glorrillas. I love the Meg Thee Stallions. I love the Lottos. There are other ladies.
Yeah, it's not an either or, it's a yes and.
Exactly.
I love them and.
Yeah.
And that's.
And I want to go out my motherfucking way. Y'all niggas ain't listening because she could give you the conscious rap. She's also going to give you what it is, ho, what's up, which was ass shaking music, right? Which was a hit record, by the way. She could give you persuasive, which is R&B, upbeat, almost house type beat. But she was giving you vocals, giving you energy, up tempo. She can give you that. She can give you straight R&B soul. She can give you boom bap bap boom bap bap. Brr. She gonna give your ass some of everything. She is the buffet, a high quality buffet. Like it's not a either or. It's not a yes and. It's a she does what the fuck she does. So trying to categorize her in one area when she's already shown us in multiple instances, every song she's dropped has been different than the last, then you got to take that at face value for what it is. And that there's a reason every song is different than the last because she's able to do it all. Like, it shouldn't take fucking rocket science to understand that. That's all I'm saying. All that being said, big congrats to Doechii. 2024 was an amazing year for her. We're going to see how she fares at the 2025 Grammys with those 4 nominations. I believe she's got the debut album coming in 2025 as well. So that would be very beautiful to see her go out on tour with SZA and Kendrick, be able to present her album. And for anybody who feels like she's being forced upon you today, just wait till the budget allows her to really force her down your motherfucking throat. I hope you're able to survive, okay? Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one, all right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.